Then I just hit the switch over button. Hey, everybody, I see my sound. I see,
You see your sounds.
and now I see Marty's sounds. I have not taken drugs. I see
What
sounds.
isn't that? Pharrell Williams, the famed musician, has that. It's like synesthesia, where he sees sounds, and that's
What?
why he's such a good producer. Is because he can literally see sounds.
That is beautiful. This is why I need to watch his Lego
His
biopic.
Lego movie, you'll learn all about it.
Hi, everybody. So we are playing SpellRogue, which, obviously we are not bucketing. We are SpellRoguing. SpellRogue just got released into its full 1.0 version. If you remember, I played this a while ago while it was still in kind of its alpha phase, beta phase, alpha phase. What's a phase?
Seda? Ooh, I don't know what the third one is. Where do you go after beta?
Sigma.
Seda? Beta? Simba?
Simba.
Yeah, we played like early access versions and whatnot, and yeah, we're checking this out. It went 1.0 today, and best wishes to Jess. Feeling a little under the weather. Woke up
Yes.
with a sore throat. So that's why I'm here.
Unfortunately, Jess has a sore throat. And for those of us who talk as part of our job, when you have a hurt voice, it is quite possibly the most frustrating and debilitating thing in the world.
100%. There's a lot of things you can kind of just power through during a stream. Sore throat, not one of them.
Not one of them. So, Marty, thank you for joining me. I was just telling Marty yesterday, I kind of did a replay of the game of just like, oh, let's refamiliarize myself now that it's in 1.0. How do I play this game? And got the thing I love the most in a roguelike, which is an absolutely broken and overpowered build.
Hell yeah.
That I steamrolled all the way to beat the game yesterday.
I love it.
Like to me that's what makes a good roguelike is like, can you die because you get shitty items and you made it barely past 2 levels? 100%. But then can you get god tier items and the game is a joke and it's steamrolling? Absolutely. And everywhere.
That's what we're here for. And I know in this one, this combines a little 2 different types
of
roguey stuff. This got cards,
yeah,
and it's got dice.
It's got cards and it's got dice. The cards are your spells. We'll see how that works. Okay, so yesterday I played as Hazel. Lapis is what we did in the first stream. I just unlocked Azar, a.k.a. Fire Dude.
Oh, he looks cool. Look at his hair. He looks like a little Goku.
Bold of you.
I unlocked
Goku?
Gohan. So... here's our kind of starting spells. You'll see how this all works in a moment. These are our cards, but it's mostly about like managing. You have to manage your cards. You have to manage your dice rolls. So we begin by beginning.
You know what? That's the best way to begin.
That's the best way to begin.
Oh no, the Deadwoods. I don't like that. That was a show on HBO. Do you remember it? It had cowboys. Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, hold on. This is new art. Boss.
Yeah. So you haven't played this in 1.0 yet. So I think this is all.
Apparently, I played yesterday, still in the beta build.
Yeah.
But this is great. So very very Slay the Spire. Like choose your path. You have boss encounters. You have random events. These shards are very important. You have shops. You have chests. Sanctuaries. Oh, here, these purple guys, elite battles.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That sounds fancy.
We should let's see. Let's head in this word direction towards that elite battle and see if we're strong enough to deal with it.
Look at this little grinder bin.
Ew. Ew. He's got like a skull cap. Okay, so you start each round by rolling dice. And if you see here, all of my cards have little sockets for dice. The asterisks near these numbers means that you can build up to that number. So if I didn't have a 3, I could put a 2 and a 1 in there, and that also counts as a 3. Sometimes you need a specific pip number. Right? Pips? That's what the little dots on dice are called? Pips?
Pips?
Oh,
no. We used to, we had, when I was living in Chicago, we had neighbors.
Yeah.
And there was like 15 people in a house that would always get in a big van. And for some reason, we called them the Pips.
The Pips.
I don't know why. I was like, oh, the Pips are leaving.
We don't need no badge. It says, is this a sponsored or is this just a game Jack likes? Guess what? That's the fun thing about our sponsors. This one's both.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
This is a sponsored stream. As soon as this one came in, I literally pushed people aside and said, gimme, gimme, gimme. Because
pregnant women, children, the elderly. George Costanza
I kicked
trying to
Estelle
escape
Getty
a false alarm
down
fire.
a flight of stairs. Because this is 100% my type of game, where it's just cards and dice and roguelike elements. It is a sponsored stream. This is a game I do enjoy. Take that for what you will. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I spend 3 dice, I get a 1 and a 3 die. 6 is blaze, deal
make money.
3 damage, reduce +3. Oh, okay, so this is the more I use this, the stronger it gets, and this is just gain shield. But you'll see on the dice here, or on the cards, each of the things has a charge. Oh, you can't see my mouse. You can't see my mouse. Hold on for a second.
I could see when you're like when you highlight something, it kind of grows a little bit. It's like the equivalent of seeing a mouse. Oh, there's your mouse.
In OBS, you have to tell it to capture the cursor because it by default doesn't want.
I literally did not know that.
Ah,
that's a good fun fact.
That's a little fun fact. So you see these little pips here. That's how many times you can use it in a given battle. Let's see here. So we definitely want to deal damage.
So with stuff, okay, I was just about to ask. It's fine if you go over the number.
Yes.
You don't have to like land exactly on 3. If you put a 4 down on a 3, it still counts.
It still counts.
Gotcha.
The 1 or 3, and I believe, I believe these do carry over. So I'm going to take this 3, stick it in here, and wait for my next
so now you'll be able to roll into the next turn
Yeah.
with that halfway full.
Ah, yes,
That's
and
cool.
it does.
Yeah, beautiful.
So we can do that again. Now doing more damage. Easy peasy. Okay, easy victory. Wonderful.
Hell yeah.
The spell descriptions are out of view of the stream. Okay, hold on. I will. Oh, I see. Yes, my window is not quite the correct size.
Oh.
Give me one moment.
Yeah, no problem. And great to see so many familiar faces in YouTube and Twitch, members of the Green Gang, folks who support us on Patreon, where you get all sorts of exclusive videos and columns and whatnot. Fungus Finder right off the bat with a $2 dono. Thank you, Fungus Finder. All right, Jardy, I'm audio only, so be extra entertaining. I've been doing so much space work and sort of really quiet physical comedy, Chaplain-esque, they say. So this is going to be a tough one. Yeah, not Charlie Chaplin, another Chaplain. There's a whole entirely different Chaplain you guys don't know about.
Janice Chaplin?
Yes.
Janice
Chaplin.
Famed musician Janice Chaplin.
And then I believe in Doo-Doo Man with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Liquor Lobby, Little Cocky, Chicken Jockey.
Oh, no.
Do we know what was going on over there?
I
Is that like the
don't.
2025 version of We Didn't Start the Fire?
Liquor Lobby, Little Cocky,
Chicken Jockey.
Chicken Jockey. Did you listen to the Fallout Boy remake of that song?
Yeah, I hated it. I think I hated it.
I hated the concept of it so much, and I genuinely like Fallout Boy. I did not listen to the song because I hated the concept of it.
I like Fallout Boy, and I like We Didn't Start the Fire as like a little relic, as like, okay, we tried it once.
Yeah.
That's fine. No one should ever try it again.
Okay, let's see here. So, it's decision-making time. Oh, this is a good one. Until end of turn, reduce attack damage by weak amount. So this adds weak to enemy, which means they do less damage to me, which I really like.
It's always good.
Yeah, let's do that one. And that's just any even die. So that would be good for like 2s, like low even dies. Let's go to... Let's go to this. Let's just hang on this side. Let's do another battle.
Hell yeah. And VSWAF resubbed on Prime over on Twitch. Thank you so much for using your monthly Prime sub on us. And just said, hello, you lovely people. Right back at you, VSWAF. Thank you so much. And same thing, Madam Suck You Bun with a Prime sub. Thank you, Madam Suck You Bun. Time for the monthly throwing of the Bezos bucks your way. Appreciate you, Suck You Bun.
Absolutely appreciate that.
Also, Jess is in the chat and said that they made us play the song in middle school band and it was awful. I'm assuming the original and not the Fall Out Boy version. What do we think Jess played in band?
Sousaphone?
Not even 100% sure that's real. I don't think that's a real instrument. I'll be perfectly honest. I think that's a made-up one.
I think I'm gonna. Jess gives off big clarinet vibes.
I did. I played the clarinet. Jess, did you also play the clarinet?
Or is that or oboe? Like, what's the is that like the? It's like a flute, but you play it forward.
Yeah, Jess played clarinet. Well done, Jack. The bucket bond is strong between the two of you.
This is the problem. We've been bucketing so long together that
it's like you've like mind melded together.
Jess and I will start speaking. Did you see that the thing on the internet?
Twins?
The Australian twins?
Oh, I hated it. I hated it.
Y'all.
I don't like what's going on there.
The crazy part is how they would go in and out of sync like blinkers. Yeah. Like if you ever like are at a stoplight and your blinker and the car in front of you's blinker sync up for a moment, but then eventually get out of sync.
Yeah.
Creepy as
for
hell.
folks who don't know, I'll put the BuzzFeed story about these Australian twins who were interviewed on the news about like a robbery or something. And it's just very creepy how they speak in unison, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
We don't like it one bit. Wait, what does lacerated do?
Oh, that looks like that one's bleeding.
Yes. So this enemy lacerated me, and before, hey, SpellRogue, before I could hover over a thing and it would tell me what it did, and now I can't. I'm assuming that if I use this, oh yeah, here's lacerated. Receives 2 rupture when casting a spell this turn. So if I cast a spell this turn, this spell, I get 2 rupture.
And rupture's good. We want rupture.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not
then,
like real life. I don't want anything to rupture in real life. I want to stay as far away from rupturing as possible in real life.
Oh, and so rupture, by the way, I was really curious as to what rupture is. I get the total rupture damage kind of explodes at the end of my turn. That is
on you or on them?
On me.
So it's bad.
So rupture, by the way, is bad.
Okay, yeah. Well, like in medical terms, if you're like, doctor, I ruptured. That's never like, congrats.
You told me to do it, Marty. You told me to rupture.
I said I thought it was neat because it was bleeding. I just thought the icon was neat.
Fair. All right, well, that's my turn. Okay, and that's okay.
And then Keeper Dace gifted a sub on Twitch over to A Gavern. Thank you so much, Keeper Dace. An absolute mensch. And then John Brooks with 10 pounds over on YouTube. Thank you so much. John Hildegard von Blingen did a medieval We Didn't Start the Fire, and it absolutely slaps. Jack, it feels like you'd be a big Hildegard von Blingen fan. Without knowing who this person and or people are. I feel like we'd get into a meeting, and before the meeting starts, you'd be like, "Oh, all weekend I've been listening to Hildegard von Blingen."
I do, because of my medical conditions, I hyper focus and hyper fixate on things that do become my obsession. Hildegard von Blingen, I don't know.
It's a big YouTube channel, over 1 million subs. It seems like it is medieval music.
Okay.
But medieval covers of like the 9 Inch Nails Hurt.
Oh.
We Didn't Start the Fire.
Neat.
Sally's song from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
Hildegard von Blingen.
Right now, my current obsession is Axel Kriegier.
Okay.
Hold on, Marty.
I don't know what that is.
Here's a song that I just shared for you. I'll share it in chat too. Guys, go listen like after the stream or during the stream. You can put it on in the background. It's indie alternative Spanish music.
Okay, I like this.
And it is absolutely filling my ear holes at the moment.
I immediately like this. You use YouTube Music? This is literally the first time I've ever seen YouTube Music before.
I exclusively use YouTube Music because I have a YouTube Premium membership, so you get ad-free music as well.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah.
I use Spotify, even though I have YouTube Premium, and I pay for Spotify Premium. I think my love language is paying monthly subscriptions. I get excited. I'm like, ooh, another $6 a month? Maybe I should.
Yeah.
I like this music. I like this movie's music quite a bit, though.
Oh, and the whole album, it gets weirder and more interesting, and it's an absolute jam. All right. Okay, deal damage, apply weak. Love that. Reduced by 4. That's
so pretty much all of the attacks we are adding to our decks are spells. Like we are a mage of sorts, and the character we chose seemingly is fire based.
Correct. And so yeah, every time we add a card, but you see here we only have 5 active spell slots.
Oh,
and so
okay.
Eventually we'll get more that we have to swap in and out.
Okay. In between every battle, we're able to kind of create our deck.
We are able to. Oh, and here we get a shard. So the shard is upgrade material. So we can spend this shard, and now you can see we can like hover over some spells, and we can upgrade some of them.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite yet?
Ooh, I like this. Deal X damage, inflict weak. Gain 2 radiant. Roll 3 dice and add 1 charge to all. Ooh. I like that one too. We want more. Oh, here we go. More damage.
We as a society need to scat more. We don't scat enough.
By the way, I agree.
I bet Justin did a lot of scatting in bed.
Because
like it'd be clarinet solo, and then a little bit of piano, and then straight to scat.
Before you can learn the clarinet, you have to become the clarinet.
What is that if not? What are clarinet mouth noises if not scatting?
Think about it. Would someone think about it?
I hope everyone's thinking about it.
And not enough people are thinking about it. All scatting is... Oh, by the way, here... so scatting is imitating a musical instrument with your mouth. I would argue that we have an abundance of scatting as beatboxing is rather popular.
Oh.
What is beatboxing but modern day scat fetishism?
Okay, I wasn't expecting scat fetishism, but that's
why people who thoroughly enjoy scatting, scat fetishism.
Okay, I feel like fetishism is a bit of a loaded word, personally. Yeah,
interesting.
Like for freaky deekies and whatnot. Freaky deekies, not pejorative. Freaky deekies, complimentary. I wanted to make sure of that. Also, George Lucas with Twitch biddies a little while ago. Thank you so much, George Lucas. Appreciate that bit border. Twitch is doing a golden kappa train, so I wanted to join in. Do you know if SpellRogue is coming to mobile devices? As of right now, according to the press kit, it is only on PC. So this doesn't have because it just hit 1.0 literally today. So maybe there's a chance that from here it starts getting making its way to platform consoles and mobile devices. This feels like a game that could work on this doesn't feel necessarily like it has to be a PC game, right? A lot of these games have made the trip over to consoles.
Like you see how I'm doing damage, like I'm just kind of dragging an arrow over to the enemies, so it's like very Slay the Spire user interface, very like FTL, faster than light user interface. This could easily be like a banger on a tablet or phone. I don't know how chunky Y'all's fingers is, so
relatively chunky.
Long
and chunky, like some sort of a beast, like a mythological beast. Yeah,
longest chunkus.
And then Sussy Guru with a €2 dono. Thank you so much, Sussy Guru. Does Jack know what the other meaning of scat is?
Yes, Sussy Guru.
Olds on the internet. We were born into scat. That's the goof.
This is the
Suster?
joke.
Suster. I just looked up, and you're no longer in a nice forest, but you're in literal hell. You're in the fires of Mount Doom right now.
Yes, this is an elite battle, so I'm in heck.
You're in heck. Oh yeah, excuse me. Family friendly stream. So you're in heck.
I'm in heck, and I just realized why my spell wasn't hitting as hard as I thought it would.
Is he fire?
It's because so reading sometimes not the best for me. If the target is weak, I add damage to it, but it wasn't weak before. So really, I should make it weak first, then hit it with this one. That will do the mega damage. So here.
Hear that?
Now we make it weak. Now we but I have only 5s. I need... Can I get an even? Oh, I can. Here's an even. Now we do mega damage. Okay, great. We did it.
We did it.
This. And let's make it weak again. Okay, great. We're doing great.
Are you able to regain health at any point? Is that something you can do like in between rounds? Or
Yes, there are certain places to regain health, and there are some superpowers. Like I do have a superpower that I heal 5 health at the end of every battle.
Oh, that's good.
So that's real dang good. Oh, here we go. Boom.
And then VSWAF says, hey, there's this new game, Clara Obscura Expedition 33, that seems to be blowing up. Anyone at Second Wind going to be playing that? Yes. I know Yahtzee is going to be playing it for a Holy Ramblematic, and I know at the very least Nick and I are both excited for it, and we're both jumping in, and we'll probably have some thoughts about it later tonight on Firelink at 7 p.m. Central. I have it downloaded. My plan is to start it after the show, or after the stream, after whatever we're doing right now.
And what is Clara Obscura Expedition 33? I do not like the name already.
It is a bad name. It is a very bad name. Both halves of the name are bad, in my opinion. But it is, as of right now, the highest reviewed game of the year on Metacritic.
What?
First game from a brand new studio, a French studio by a couple of former Ubisoft folks.
Oh.
Formed a small, like 30-person team in France to make a French JRPG. So you could call it a JRPG if you want.
We should
call it a game
100%
for wee weebs.
Call it a JRPG
For wee weebs. It kind of has like the combat of a Persona game, the exploration of an early Final Fantasy, but with like kind of a cinematic storytelling. It's got Andy Serkis in it. Charlie Cox, the Daredevil himself, is one of the main characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
We like that one.
And it's on Game Pass. You know what that means?
Oh, Game Pass.
That's one of my subs. Love
By the
paying
way,
them money.
I don't have enough time in general, but like when I had Game Pass, I played more games.
Yeah.
Because I would just hop in and be like, that one looks fun. Oh, I played it for 5 minutes and don't care about it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Game Pass has been a wild deal, especially the last couple. I think we were chatting about it earlier this week in one of our Slacks, because just this week, like the Oblivion remaster was revealed and then just dropped at that point, and that was, as a part of Game Pass. This Claire Obscure game is on Game Pass. Blueprints, which is a game a lot of us love and played a bunch of here, was on Game Pass. Doom next month is gonna be on Game Pass. Oh, you got your notebook?
By the way, you guys can't read this because my webcam is too small, but here is just one of my 4 pages of Blueprints notes.
Yes.
It is madness, Marty. It is the scrawlings of a madman. My Blueprints notes are insane.
That was good timing, because Pure Pyro with a 50-bit dono said, has Blueprints lived up to your hype, Jack? Or lived up to the hype for you, I guess.
What was it? It was last week, Tuesday, I subbed in for Nick, and Jenna and I were talking about Blueprints. And at that point, both of us were like, we've heard good things, but can it really be that good? She streamed it later that night, and I was like, I'll just watch her play, and then I'll decide. And I got so invested in just watching her playthrough, I immediately bought it, and now I have 4 pages of physical notes trying to decipher all of the clues. Game of the year.
Jenna's literally streaming it right now.
I know, yes. She counter streams.
that's how. Yeah. Every time I pop up at Twitch, I'm like, Jenna's streaming Blueprints.
Yeah. And
she got blue pilled.
It is so it's so rare that I think about games when I'm not playing them.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a game where, like, I will occasionally just look through my notes and go, "Oh, that's what that puzzle meant."
You like solve it, yeah. You could like be just like laying in bed, taking a shower or something.
Yeah.
Not laying in bed and taking a shower. Those are two separate. There was a comma in that sentence. Yeah, and the answer will just pop in your head.
It's so amazing. I'm now like, wary about watching other people play it because.
Sure. Because figuring some of that stuff out on your own, makes you feel real big brain.
It's amazing, and the most fun is when you overthink a puzzle. I've overthought so many puzzles, and then come up with the solution. And it goes like, oh, well, this entire page now means nothing. This entire page of notes. Okay, hold on for a second here. Okay, we are at a shop. Artifacts, by the way. These are kind of the permanent superpowers, like the passive superpowers. These are the real champions. What happens? Oh, okay, yeah. So you can disenchant spells. This one I'm just not going to use, so I'm going to sell that for money. There we go. We're going to get an artifact because these things can be deal 1 damage to the front enemy per dice rolled this turn. Oh, so that's just constant, like 3 damage at least.
Nice.
Stygian. Dice persist between turns.
Stygian. We've been saying the word Stygian a lot lately. I went from not saying the word Stygian at all in my life to saying it quite a bit over the past month.
And that was what we streamed last week. We were streaming Stygian, the Outer Gods.
Is this Stygian Boy Summer?
God, I hope so. Because you know what?
So
we might need a hard reset.
You'd be so prepared.
Stygian Boy Summer.
3 months ago, we would not have been prepared for Stygian Summer, but now we might be.
Okay, so and this one is for every 5 I roll, I gain 2 block. Gaining, yeah. You know what? Let's take that one. That's real nice. I like that one. And then what can I afford here? Potion boy. Apply. Oh, here we go. Apply weak to all enemies. That's great. And then that's good. Okay, that's good. Not the greatest shop, but I'll take it.
What would you compare it to? Like, what real world shop was it? Like a Shopco, a Kmart?
That was a Walgreens of shops.
Okay.
Where they have a little bit of everything, but nothing great quality-wise.
And everything's a little more expensive than you'd like.
Yeah.
But it's convenient. It was there.
Convenient, really good selection, but I just wish they had like one thing that was high quality.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, what do we got here? Grow, they gain power. They are... Oh, they apply wounded. We don't like that. All right.
Again, ladies.
Let's give them weak.
Kuraga resubbed on the tip jar over on YouTube. Thank you so much, Kuraga. And then with a $2 dono, thank you, Kuraga, says, did you write those notes for blueprints in your blue pen?
I don't have a blue pen. I have a black pen. So I did not.
Oh. Do you have a specific type of pen you like? Like, do you always buy the same pens?
I was literally getting it out of my pocket to share the specific type of pen that I use.
Yeah.
This is new. So normally I was a Pilot G2er. Pilot G2,
Ooh, yeah.
All the way, ultra fine tip. Those are great.
Okay, I like a little thicker.
You like a little thicker?
Just a little thicker.
I have very messy penmanship, so I need ultra fine, or else like I literally smear the ink. But
sure.
I have switched now, and Marty, let me sell you on the Sharpie S Gel.
Sharpie.
It is Sharpie brand pens. This is the .33, so again, a rather thin. Mm-hmm. The ink that comes out of this baby. Ooh, so satisfying.
Okay, I like this.
Sharpie
S Gel. I don't think of Sharpies as pens. You think of Sharpies as like a Sharpie.
Sharpies. Real nice line. Great handle. Like very comfortable grip. Good click. Sharpie
like
S
this.
Gel. .33 size is my go-to pen at the moment.
I like it.
I do keep a pen in my pocket at all times, and so I also have a ton of these pens. Oh, you can't see because it's.
Mm-hmm.
I have a ton of pens that look like this.
It's awful. I can't see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, that looks cool.
Look like this, where they are broken.
Broken. Yeah, yeah.
And that's my fault.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're a man around town.
I moved.
You're
I moved.
working.
Yeah.
You're creating studio spaces. That's
Oh.
you're wheeling and dealing.
Y'all, we are planning and prepping for season 5 of Adventures Nigh, and I'm turning my garage into a bit of a studio space. And
Imagine.
it is really great. All right. Anyway, back to it. Oh, I do no. Can we do that? Can we do that? Let's just deal some damage.
He killed
deal
his big
some-
mushroom pal. Send him right back to Dark Root Basin.
Right. I think we just got to do. Here, we'll add that to that. Okay, great. I like him. He's I killed the mushroom. This is a tree man with a skull inside the tree.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he's kind of stumpy. He's
that's
got some
fun.
embers. Yeah.
That's just fun. Oh, here we go. Do some damage in 2 turns. And then you are even, so we'll do some damage now. Nice. Oh, every time I use a spell, it ignites. So then if I use it again, I take damage. Boo!
You take damage. That's not good.
Yeah. I like, again, it's like it's forcing you to try out new tactics so you don't get stuck.
Sure, and
Very-
weighing the pros and cons of things.
Yeah, of like, oh, I could just use the same spell over and over, spam the same spell, then I take damage, or I can try out some new spell combinations.
And like this thing in the middle, this is a heal, right? Gain 5. That's 5 armor.
Yeah, that's gain 5 armor, so that would
Okay.
mean I take less damage because he is about to do 12 damage. But I'm
Oh, it's not a heal. It just gives you a little armor so that it chips
Yeah.
away at whatever the next attack is
I
going to be.
really should do that. Okay, so we'll do that. Oh, here we go. I can do some damage. And then we'll add this to this. Okay. Oh, boom. We did it.
He just fell over. Stunned him.
Oh, he just fell over. Stygian has some nice scales.
Yeah, classic Stygian.
Classic Stygian.
And then George Lucas with a bit border as well. Thank you, George Lucas. When Nick was lockpicking crap in Elder Scrolls Oblivion the other day, we discussed Jack's real-life lockpicking skills,
Yeah.
and Jenna says she wants to see it. A Patreon video, perhaps? Is it illegal to make a video about your lockpicking skills?
As someone who frequently watches the lockpicking lawyer on YouTube, I really hope not. No. I can show off lockpicking. 2, there has been nothing I have picked up in one of my ADHD riled manias that has been more useful than lockpicking.
Useful? Yeah.
So many times, my friends or family will call me up and be like, "Hey, I have once again locked myself out of X, Y, or Z. Can you come over?" And I save them hundreds of dollars from us spending on a locksmith.
Yeah, that is a genuinely
Yes.
useful
It is a genuinely
hobby,
useful
skill. I don't know. Yeah, skill.
It's a skill and a hobby. I think it's fun. I have a lockpick set with me everywhere I go. I don't bring it when I travel. I check it in my bag. I don't bring it in my backpack because I think that'll flag me.
Oh, but did you bring it to Omar and Casey's weddings?
Of course, because what if at the weddings something gets locked somewhere?
Omar gets locked in the toilet. Can't come out and say his vows. Gotta get Omar out of the toilet.
That's my thought. Where it's like I could save the day for someone.
You could
with this
absolutely
skill.
save the day.
I also, whenever I go to weddings, I always bring extra high capacity SD cards.
Oh, so if the photographer is oh damn, I'm out.
And it has never happened. Photographers and videographers are professionals. I'm sure they have a bunch of them. But in my pocket is always 1 or 2 high capacity SD cards, just in case.
Yeah, got to plan for the worst case scenario.
I have a problem. Okay. This is so this is heal. That's nice. I just want to do more damage. I don't like any of these. I just want to do more damage. Apply increased damage. Okay, ruptured. Maybe this will do more damage. This one I haven't been using as much. Let's swap. This one is like grows more every time you use it per fight, but then resets in between fights, and I find myself not using it.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like if you're gonna have it in your deck, you got to plan to use it almost every turn.
At the first turn, right? So it builds up. Yeah. Okay, here's a Healy. Yeah, let's heal. Let's just
Heelys? Like the little shoes with wheels?
Like the little shoes with wheels, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're about to fight a big skeleton coming out of the ground.
Oh yeah, here's the first boss. Patreon. You know what? I've been working on a Patreon exclusive series.
I was gonna say, like, there's a bucket. There's a bucket for this.
There is a bucket for this that we have been toying with the idea of just releasing, not as a Patreon exclusive, that showing off my lockpicking skills would fit into. So maybe.
Yeah. It wouldn't be that strange of a concept.
Oh, look at this enemy. Fucking
that is cool as hell.
Marty,
like the body of an old god.
Love giant skeletons.
Yeah. Oh my god, so do I. Especially this one that's like kind of in the ground, but it's still like, fuck, I'm alive.
That's great design. I just think that's neat. Okay. So this one here cost me 7 pips, but deals 25 damage for 2 consecutive turns. I'm going to utilize all of my pips right now.
Wow.
But it takes 2 turns to deal the damage. So I'm just going to do that now.
This is technically 2 enemies, though, right? His rib cage and then his head cage.
I think. So I targeted the head cage, and we'll see what happens. But this is my strategy here is now I have damage in the bank.
Okay. Are you trying to kill the head as quickly as possible?
That's my thought. Is if I kill the head, the rib cage can't survive. Is the rib cage just a distraction?
Or it's just like a playground. You can like run through it.
Oh,
it's like a climbing gym. Yeah, you can play xylophone.
The marimba.
That's his favorite instrument, the xylophone.
The marimba.
Marimba.
I believe all a marimba is a wooden xylophone, or a marimba is a metal xylophone, depending on what a xylophone is.
I've never seen a marimba and a xylophone in the same room, so you might be right.
Glockenspiel?
What?
Glockenspiel?
Is that a gun? Is that like a German gun?
That is a percussion instrument very similar to a xylophone, but it's kind of like standing upright. Most famously used in the Buddy Holly song "Every Day." Every day, things are getting closer.
Yeah. I thought for a second you were going to say the Weezer song "Buddy Holly," and I was like, I don't think there's a glockenspiel in that song. Rivers Cuomo would never lay his precious fingers on a glockenspiel. I mean, yes, a glockenspiel just looks like there's like a colorful one for kids. Like, I think I played a glockenspiel.
No, famously, Matt Sharp wanted more glockenspiel on the Green album, and that's why he was fired from Weezer.
Yeah.
Famously.
Everything will be uncovered in our upcoming Weezer documentary.
I am like, I understand it was just like, oh yeah, we just parted ways. Like, you know, it wasn't a fit, but like, there seems to be something very deep there. Rivers Cuomo, Matt Sharp. And you know, the music just hasn't been the same since.
No. Matt Sharp famously wanted the song to be called Glockenspiel Song, and then they were like, what if it was the Sweater Song? If you want to destroy my Glockenspiel.
And he's like, and then it's like, instead of like, whoa, 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 we just make horking noises. What do you think? They were years in front of Hawk Tour.
They were. R.I.P. I don't think she's dead. She just, I think she swindled a bunch of people on a Bitcoin or some shit like that.
Correct. Yeah, she made her own crypto, and I mean, she has a podcast. At one point she had like the highest rated podcast.
Can we call her friend of the show?
I don't want to, if that counts for anything.
Okay. That's why I just wanted to throw it out there. I wanted to throw it out there before we went live.
That's fair. Wait.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You know, like, I hate Hawk Tua, the Hawk Tua lady. Mrs. Tua, if you will. Mrs. Tua is very I feel very conflicted about her because, like, any of this that we're doing here is tough, and I want to celebrate anyone who gets to scrape by any amount of success.
Sure.
And this is just a lady, random interview on the street, went a little viral. She took advantage of it, and I think, like, good for her. Good for her, right? I think the framing around her going viral has been incredibly disturbing.
Sure. Yeah.
And so, like, I don't want to be mean to her, but her fan base is someone I do not care for.
Friend of the show.
Friend is, acquaintance of the show. Can we call her an acquaintance?
We're technically colleagues.
We are
Anyone
not
else
colleagues.
has a podcast, we're
we are
colleagues with.
contemporaries.
I'm going to say colleagues.
Colleagues.
If you have a podcast, we were colleagues with Meghan Markle. And what's his name? Other Prince boy?
Meghan Markle. Because I was an extra on an episode of Suits once. Is this why we're?
Were you?
No.
Oh. No, they had a podcast. That's why I said Amy Poehler is a podcast now. Friend of the show, Amy Poehler.
Yeah, that's friend of the podcast. We can friend of the podcast.
Yeah, Obama was on a podcast once, so he's pretty much like he's a second win co-owner.
Exactly. All right, hold on. I just don't feel. I don't feel like I have my strategy.
Getting close to killing the head, though.
Yeah, the head's looking good. I just, I'm just not happy with my strategy at the moment.
Oh my god.
I'm also happy she made some cash and ran away. The hawk to a woman, like, right? I don't wanna degrade her hustle. The thing I was upset about initially was how much people loved the hawk to a girl, and this was like just a hot minute after everyone was so upset about Megan Thee Stallion and her WAP.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh wait, why are we mad at at a woman's sexuality here, but we're not mad at a woman's sexuality here? Oh, it's because she's talking about giving a blowjob and not pleasuring herself. And it's like the immense double standard of the Haktua. This is, by the way, this is my senior thesis. I'm going back to college and writing a senior thesis on the double standards, the sexualization double standards of Haktua.
Yeah. And then the professor at that community college is going to be like, sir, this is an introductory math class. Please, we keep asking you to leave.
And I just keep handing him like 20 pages of my thesis on the sexualization double standard of Haktua. This is algebra. Like, this is 101 algebra, sir. Sir? What is this?
Yeah, it's purple.
Why?
It's vexed.
It's vexed. On dice spent, negative amount to the... Oh, so if I spend this 2, this 5 gets -2. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Do some damage. We'll make you weak. I think we're going to explode, so I think we're going to win this turn anyway.
Or at least we're going to destroy the head. We don't know what's going to go on with this ribcage.
I'm going to assume that head. Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nice. I assumed destroy the head, destroy the ribs.
Save the cheerleader, save the world, destroy the head, destroy the ribs.
Absolutely. This is the conversation I arrive in the middle of. I'm sorry, Murasaki. That's where we ended up. That's just
if you stick around for like 30 more seconds, we'll be talking about the Berenstain Bears or something, or like Kissinger. You know what? Gets a bad rap. I'm just gonna say it. Henry Kissinger gets a bad rap. No, he doesn't. Rest in piss.
Rest in piss. Yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable monster. Roll +1 dice each turn on enemy death. Take 4 damage. I don't want to do that. Dice. Roll even dice. Even turns. Roll even dice. Ooh, I like that. Great. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Oh, and that works. That's a good synergy because one of mine only takes even dice.
Oh, nice.
Apply weak, then double the target's weak. Ooh, I like that. I don't want to lose any health. Here, let's take that. Let's take this. So we're going to work with like a weak a weak build. A build that revolves around making my enemies weak.
Sure.
So we can make them, we can apply weak, we can then double the weak, and then if the target is weak, we do more damage. All while we wait out this that does mega damage. Yeah, this is great. Okay, we're doing great. I think we are finding the synergy, which is always the hard part of any roguelike, is just like, what combination of items makes me the most powerful?
Oh, Scorched Desert.
Oh, the Scorched Desert. The cults call it salvation. I call it madness. Ooh, this one's glowy.
Oh. Yeah, we gotta get there. We definitely gotta get there.
We gotta get glowy. How do we get to glowy? Let's go this way. We'll do another elite battle. They give good rewards.
Nice.
I did go to Clown College. Well, who's asking about Clown College?
Maybe that was
why is everyone so surprised?
Oh no, back to Clown College. Well, no, when we were talking about you going to college to turn in that final.
Professor Giggles.
This is Clown College. I guess it kind of works because it's like a bit. So like,
I just like it. Like this is introduction to Wiener Dog balloon animals. All right. Look at this S&M pig man. Look at this fucking Mad Max. Love it. Okay, what are we gonna do here? We don't know what you're doing. You are charging up an attack. Okay. We got a 3. We got a 2.
Oh man, I like these dudes. These fucking desert sickos.
Yeah. I like these guys that are just like kneeling down and like absorbing something or praying to something. Yeah. Oh, I need even, motherfucker.
Murasaki with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Murasaki. Going previously said, hey, what did I just walk in the middle of? Said, hey, a couple weeks ago I diverted the Design Delve crew into a 10-minute conversation on the Darth Maul Estrogen Brigade. So it's all good.
I don't want to know what that is, but I appreciate you being here.
The DMEB?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Don't necessarily want to know what that is.
Obviously, you haven't been watching Andor because that was a big plot point on Andor this week.
Was it really?
It was not.
Oh.
No, it wasn't.
No.
There's no Jedi, no Sith, no Darths.
And I remain on my Star Wars blackout. I refuse to watch any new Star Wars, even though yes, I've heard Andor's the good one because it doesn't deal with any past character. No Skywalkers involved yet. You know they're gonna pull that shit out.
There's only 9 episodes. You can get through it. Only 9 episodes left. You can get through it. You don't have to go sit. Not a single Skywalker. Not even a hair of Chewbacca.
They don't even recognize Life Day as a holiday. I like it. Maybe one day.
Once everyone else stops talking about it, then you can just go in.
One day, like when I'm
also,
retired.
we're real busy. You know what? You know what comes out this weekend? Until Dawn. We're real busy.
By the way, that comes out this weekend?
Comes out. It's probably showings at 2 p.m. starting today.
I am genuinely excited about Until Dawn. I effing love that director, Mr. Pony Smasher. What's his name?
Gary Dauberman?
No. He did Shazam. He did the Doll movie. He has a YouTube channel.
Sandberg.
Yes.
Who's Gary Dauberman?
This is a question for you and for you alone.
Gary Dauberman. Oh, he is a horror. Oh my God. Gary Dauberman wrote Until Dawn.
Whoa.
He wrote and directed the Salem's Lot adaptation from last year.
Oh, okay.
He also wrote the modern It movies. He wrote a lot of those Annabelle movies. So apparently he likes it, like scary.
Oh, so he might have worked with David Sandberg before then.
Oh, he probably did. They're probably buds.
With Annie Bally.
They're probably buds.
They're probably buds.
They probably attend mitzvahs and whatnot. And quinceañeras together.
Bud mitzvahs?
Bud mitzvahs?
Nice.
Cosineros?
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so cooked. I am so cooked here.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. These guys are too busy just staring at their own personal sons.
Black horse son, won't you come?
Was that Soundgarden?
Wash away the rain. Have you ever met someone who in real life uses the word wash?
I washed myself with a rag on a stick. I have not, no. I don't know how I feel about that.
Have.
Oh, no.
Yeah, why don't you go wash up before dinner? I heard that come out of their mouth, a real life human being, and it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. I kind of respect just like randomly throwing in just an R in the middle of certain words. Let's see what happens here. Garsh.
Garsh.
That's just goofy now. Yeah. Oh, you got a golden die.
Oh, because I won.
Nice.
All right. Reduce. Spell that reduced to cast spell when reduced to 0. What? What?
Get out of town.
Ooh.
Yeah, these numbers are getting high though. Look at them.
This is good damage. 6 if health lost this turn. Yeah, this is good. This is good damage. A lot of dice. Let's try that one. Let's try this guy here. See how that flows. Okay.
George Lucas with another bit border. Thank you so much, George Lucas. Speaking of Darth Maul, do they make iconic villains anymore? Hannibal Lecter, Darth Vader, Joker, Thanos, all date back decades. Agent Smith and Voldemort are newer, but also decades old. Can you think of any iconic villains?
I mean, modern horror is full of iconic villains. Nick Cage recently in Mr. Perkins movie.
Oh yeah, Longlegs.
Longlegs, thank you, Mr. Longlegs himself.
John Longlegs. Yeah,
obviously I had trouble remembering the movie, so how memorable.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the last movie villain that kind of felt like it became like iconic.
Yeah,
like Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards. That was like 15, 20 years ago.
That was wild. That was a while ago.
Yeah. Ooh, Jesse Schwab, Terrifier, Art the Clown, I guess, in Terrifier.
Ooh, Terrifier, that's a good one. That has become a huge franchise. Jigsaw, obviously, even that's very, very old, but Terrifier, huge franchise now.
Yeah.
It's tough because, like, the bigger zoom out question is, can we have iconic villains anymore? Most of the villains that you think of as iconic also came out in a time of relative narrow view.
Sure, yeah. So like even a thing like Terrifier is like, well, that's an iconic villain to a very small but passionate slice of horror movie sickos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. On health loss gain to fury. Let's do this one.
You know who the best villain of last year was? The American Dream and The Brutalist. There you go. Think about that. Think about that, everyone. Think about that.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah. Also, the American Dream in Anora. Turns out the American Dream is just a big bad guy. It's just the final boss.
So true. Civil War, A24 Civil War, the American
Dream in Civil War.
Like it's tough because we know it's very, very rare that something catches the larger zeitgeist. That something that the normies watch along with us sickos.
Yeah.
And so let's disenchant you. Let's disenchant you. Let's disenchant you. Give me that money. Thank you. Thank you for the money.
Hell yeah.
Can I afford any of these?
Did you see Sinners yet?
I have not. I'm going to see Sinners, and apparently I'm also going to see Until Dawn this week. So this weekend's going to be a big horror weekend for me.
It's going to be real spooky.
Yeah.
You better keep the lights. Ask them to keep the lights on in the theater.
I'm really excited for Sinners
It's really good.
Is this Coogler's first back since Black Panther?
Since he did Black Panther 1 and 2, and this is his first movie since then. This is his first original movie. Because before that he did Creed, and then before that he did Fruitvale Station, which is based on a real event. I thought it was great. It also has a really cool villain that feels iconic to me. But we'll see. I don't think you can't just say something's iconic in the moment. You got to give it some time. But I thought the movie I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I'm very much looking forward to it. I very much like him as a director, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
So do I. Also got Delroy Lindo in it, and let me tell you, you put Delroy Lindo in your movie, just fucking give it the Oscar. Love Delroy.
That sounds like that is an absolute fake name. Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo and Gary Dauberman. The big two.
Delroy Lindo sounds like a Star Wars character.
Delroy Lindo Calrissian?
Exactly.
You just wait.
He has his own breathing apparatus. It's different than Darth Vader's, but he has.
It's different.
Oh, look
People
at
are going
these
to be
happy
like,
little
you already
guys.
did that before. Look at these guys.
Oh, they share an eyeball.
Yes. Are they going to like pass it back and forth?
I think so. I believe the eyeball went to this Mr. Man Foist. Okay, we are going to do this to you. We're going to incendiary you. And then we're going to weak you so you do less damage. Oh, no, that doesn't do weak. Oh! No! That's fine. Maybe. I might not make it this run, and that's okay. That's the thing that happens. We can't win every run.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
That cookie is gonna crumble. Oh, okay. We got something. We got something. Num num num. And then we are going to do this to you, so you're going to take big damage. Now we need to apply weak. No, we need to get rid of you. We need to do more damage to you. Now we need to apply weak to...
I looked in my notes. Yeah. I just keep a notes app of just stuff I'm watching, random thoughts while I'm playing a game and stuff. Because I was like, I remember something I've watched recently. I've been like, this is an all-time villain. And I was like, ooh, is it something new? Could this be new? And no, it was Char Ansbell from 1979's Mobile Suit Gundam, the anime. But let me tell you, Char Ansbell from 1979's Gundam anime. He's a great villain.
He's a great villain.
He's a great villain. He wears a dumb mask. He's great.
I don't know. They don't necessarily count, but they maybe count because it's an adaptation. But I did like all of the villains from Arcane.
Arcane had some great villains, yeah.
Obviously,
that's the thing. Some people were naming villains and being like, "Oh, Dune has great villains." I'm like, it does, but those villains were from the 70s, 80s. I don't know when Dune was written.
1970, yeah.
60s, yeah, because it was, I think, before Star Wars. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dune was out before Star Wars, or the book was out before Star Wars.
Yeah.
So that ooh, are there what is a video game franchise, a recent video game franchise that maybe has crossed over the zeitgeist a little bit with an iconic villain? What do the normies play, Marty? This is my question.
Minecraft.
They do play Minecraft.
Roblox. The Last of Us. Red Dead. Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Last of Us doesn't really the villains are just like
the villains are the villains are the American dream and the darkness that resides in each of our hearts.
Jack, the thing is, you don't get it. Hurt people. I know you just didn't get it.
I fucking got it.
Yahtzee gets so mad every time he talks about not liking The Last of Us Part 2, and I'm just like, you didn't get it. You just didn't get it.
It's just so stupid. It's a story that can be. This story was an email. This is a story that can be told in 2 sentences, and they take 40 fucking hours to tell it. Always trying to fake you out, like, oh no, she's going back. She's not gonna be angry anymore. Wait, she is.
Okay, first off, you kind of dipped into you might be a redneck thing there. You might be a survivor. But can I interest you in taking that story and telling it over the span of 3 entire seasons? That's probably going to take about 7 years to make.
No, I do not care.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, my normie friends lost their goddamn minds this weekend during The Last of Us. I'm not going to spoil what happened during the show, the TV show.
The TV show.
Big event. If anyone knows The Last of Us Part 2 of the game, a big event occurs early on, and my normie friends were not prepared for it.
I
talked to my mom, and my mom has been watching it, and she's like, I don't feel good. I'm
so
like,
that's
sorry.
So the big event that happens near the beginning of the game just happened in the show.
Correct.
Yeah.
RIP to normies and moms everywhere.
Just wait. It's going to make you feel even worse because of how long it takes to tell this very simple and stupid story.
You know what? America might not even exist by the time they're done with that story, so it's fine.
Is that what we're hoping for?
That's
what
we're hoping for.
Lordy. It's just, it was the back and forth, really, that just killed it in me, where it's like, if this is the story you're oh my God, 3 1s.
That's a bunch of, they should give you something. If you get 3 1s, it should turn into all 6s, or you should get a 4th one or something.
Well, I can apply.
Red Dwarf with a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Red Dwarf. Did Marty get his Switch 2 pre-order in? I think so. In theory, I pre-ordered one from Best Buy, but I never got a confirmation email. But in my Best Buy account, it says one has been pre-ordered.
Oh, okay.
But I don't entirely trust it. So
nice.
We'll see.
I mean,
we'll see as of June 5th
nice.
if one arrives. Yeah.
I didn't even try. I'll be honest with you. I forgot that pre-orders were today. I'm excited and looking forward to playing my Switch games on better hardware. I just absolutely forgot.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the big launch game is Mario Kart, which seems like it's going to be really cool, but that also isn't one of those games that can really get spoiled for you. It's not like I need to play this right away so that I don't find out what happens in the new Zelda game or something. Yeah, I think I know Jamate also got one, and I believe Yahtzee is trying.
Yes,
to get one.
We're all just out here trying.
We're all just trying. Dios Mio says, shouldn't Nick be paying for your Switch 2? Why would Nick pay for my Switch 2?
What you might be asking is, shouldn't the company pay for our Switch 2, not Nick personally?
I mean, if the company would pay for my Switch 2, then they should pay for everyone's Switch 2. And then at a certain point, we're like, well, this is a lot of money.
This is a lot of money, right?
This is a lot of money.
And also, remember that at Second Wind here, we are all private contractors, which we're all owners and private contractors. So if we take company money to buy us all Switches, it's the same as us getting money and using our own money to buy Switches. But if we buy our Switches, that is a tax write-off for us. And so it makes more. It's basically 6 of one way, half dozen the other. But it does make slightly more financial sense to have us individually buy them, because then we individually get the business write-off.
This was the first year I really did hardcore, not even as hardcore, but taxes that were somewhat. How much can I write off? And let me tell you, saved me a lot of money, but also a big pain in the ass.
Big pain in the ass.
So I'm weighing the pros and cons. I'm like, ooh, did save me money, which is great, but ooh, that's a pain in the ass. Especially if you need to it's not just well, here's the one big expense of the year. It's everything, all those fucking services I just bragged about how much I love paying for. Technically, those all could go on that.
That is true. And by the way, that is where the next level you will get to is things like QuickBooks or Rocket Money or those kind of keep track of your finances apps are worth their weight in gold, because theoretically they do a lot of that automatically. So you can just press a couple buttons. You hook up all your credit cards, all your bank accounts to them, and then at tax time you just press a couple buttons and give that information to your accountant, and it is nice.
I think I'm going to try. So I tried expensing a bunch of stuff this year. I think next year I'm going to try not paying taxes.
Oh, fun!
Just so I can see which of the options I like the most.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah,
I think that's great. You just want to. I think there are many powerful and rich people who do not pay taxes, and they're rich and powerful. So if we want to be rich and powerful, just do as they do.
Wesley Snipes, he didn't pay taxes. He went to jail for a little bit, but then he got to be in Deadpool Wolverine. He seemed like he was having a great time.
Boom. Easy peasy. Yeah. Don't you want to be like Wesley Snipes? I do.
He was in Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. A great movie.
Right? Along with John Leguizamo, Luigi himself.
Yeah.
Rest in power. And
nope, still alive.
Still. And Patrick Swayze, living legend Patrick Swayze.
John Leguizamo is going to be in Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. Who's he going to play? No, we don't know, but he's in it. Maybe Luigi.
Maybe Luigi. This is like a Leguizamo renaissance. He was in what's the Santa Claus action movie?
The Bug? House of Buggin'? No, The Pest is
you
what
mean
I was
The
thinking
Pest?
of.
No,
I was thinking of House of Buggin', and I was thinking of The Pest.
What's House of
Which are
Buggin'?
two separate
Wait a minute, what's House of Buggin'?
House of Buggin' was like... Was it like Hispanic Saturday Night Live? It was like In Living Color, but Hispanic. Is that what House of Buggin' was? I just make that up. There's a non-zero chance I made up House of Buggin'. Nope, House of Buggin's real. Lasted one season. A Latino-themed sketch comedy show starring John Leguizamo and Luis Guzman. Those are the two names that are notable.
Yes, and Custos. I was thinking about Violent Night. He was the villain in Violent Night.
Ooh, that was the one with what's his name with
David Harbour.
Yeah, that's right. Red Guardian in theaters next week in Thunderbolts. Asterix.
Thunderbolts is next week?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Which is apparently good.
What?
All of the reviews have been like, the movie's fucking great. Like, it is easily the best movie since Infinity War and Endgame. Not best movie ever. Best Marvel movie. It's better than Oppenheimer. It's better than Barbie.
Amazing.
Yikes. Sussy Guru with a €10 dono. Thank you so much, Sussy Guru. You know, as much as I love Yachts, I can't accept his claim that games have surpassed movies narratively when it comes from someone who self-admittedly doesn't watch movies. It's just an opinion. I think it's goofy too. But you let him. I think let him. Let him.
Let him. Obviously, it's an opinion. I think, though, whether or not I agree with him or not, I do agree with him. Is what I just decided right now. I do agree with him. And to make kind of an argument for him is the medium of movies has not changed drastically in the past 20, 40 years.
Sure.
Therefore, he can very easily make this statement because it's not like movies have changed drastically. Obviously, effects have gotten better, but like the experience of watching a narrative audiovisual experience has not changed that much, whereas the amount that games have changed in the past 40 years.
Sure.
Phenomenal.
Do you think you saying movies haven't changed that much is going to age poorly in a week once you've seen Gary Dauberman's Until Dawn and Thunderbolts Asterix?
I think, like, I'm about to watch Until Dawn, Thunderbolts Asterisk, and Sinners, and I'm going to come back and just be like, y'all, movies have changed.
Y'all hear about these movies? They're nuts!
Yeah. And so, like, I agree with the sentiment that you, as far as narratives are concerned, you are a participant in a game, whereas you are a passive viewer in a movie. That's just the medium. Yeah. As I showed off my Blueprints notes,
you can't get that from a movie.
You can't get that from a movie. You can't
get it from a movie.
Like, I am taking in the bits of story as someone who does not pay attention to story in video games. I now have to solve puzzles. Who just got me into their story, motherfucker? Blueprints.
A movie should do that. The reel should stop, and it should be like, we're going to quiz you on what you watched, and we're not going to play the back half of the movie until you do this.
5-minute break for notes session. Oh, by the way, this would be a great use of intermissions. Now begins the 15-minute intermission. We invite all viewers to discuss amongst each other their thoughts. And you could have like a mini little book club in the middle of a movie to see if you were right or not.
Oh my God, a little prompt and then just a talk amongst yourselves?
And everybody,
I like
hey, oh, what did you get for this? Oh, the interesting. Oh, you think that? Oh, I don't think so. But no, maybe. And we all compare notes. Yeah. That would be slick as hell.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if halfway through Thunderbolts, asterisk. I already forgot the punctuation mark at the end of Thunderbolts.
I think, so in any case, I agree with Yahtzee's thesis that just because of the nature of the medium, you get more invested in the storytelling of video games. Not saying every game is better than every movie or vice versa, but there is more of an opportunity to truly engage your audience with video games. I say that as someone who fucking loves movies and will always.
I think, well, the problem is one person tried to change movies, and it was Francis Ford Coppola when he sent a man to the front of the theater to yell at Megalopolis, and we weren't ready for the message. We shunned him because we didn't understand him. Remember Megalopolis? That wasn't that long ago.
Jon Voight, iconic villain of Megalopolis.
That's true. By the way, there's a Megalopolis graphic novel they just announced.
Shia LaBeouf, iconic villain of Megalopolis.
Yeah.
The hubris of man, iconic villain of Megalopolis.
Hubris of man. Yes, they just earlier today revealed the Megalopolis graphic novel, which Francis Ford Coppola says is, quote, a sibling of the film rather than just an echo. I think movies were a mistake. And we shouldn't make them anymore. That's what I think.
I think you are entirely, absolutely wrong. I think Megalopolis is what... I got into a very impassioned speech about the importance of Megalopolis with some people the other day. In real life, we were just discussing, and one of them very kind of candidly hand-wove Megalopolis, and I had to be like, whoa. And I gave like a little like the music swells, like my Oscar-winning moment speech to the brilliance of the very bad movie Megalopolis and why it is so important to the art of cinema. Like, don't you want this? What this is, the pure expression of idea and thought by someone who apparently does not know how to make a movie, who is also a generation-defining filmmaker. Yeah. The importance of Megalopolis.
Just old and crazy now, which is great.
Old and crazy. The man sold his vineyard. And I had 5 people enraptured in my Megalopolis speech, so much so that days later I saw them again, and one of them said, "I just want to let you know, I'm sorry, I still haven't gotten around to watching Megalopolis." And I said, "That's okay. You don't really have to. Just don't you fucking make fun of it."
I like that you are now the what was this? Caesar Catalina? Was that his name? You were the Caesar Catalina of your friend group?
Is it out on Blu-ray yet?
I cannot believe I remembered. I think his name was Caesar Catalina. If his name wasn't Caesar Catalina, that sounds like a name that could have been in that movie. I'm pretty sure it was Caesar Catalina. That's a good name. I don't know if it's a good name or a bad name, but Caesar Catalina, it's a good name.
Okay, hold on. I just want to see what kind of Blu-rays they have for it. Just want to see, what are the special features on the Megalopolis Blu-ray? Does this not have special features? No special features? Are you fucking kidding
Only
me?
Released on DVD in full screen. There's not even a widescreen option. He spent all of his money on the movie. He doesn't have money for special features.
The bonus features are featurettes, select scene audio commentary. Not
even a full movie?
Audio commentary, select scene audio commentary with writer-director Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
That is a weak-ass Blu-ray, y'all.
I like the worst would be DVDs, and on the back they'd be like bonus features, chapter select, and I'm like, all right, what are we doing here? This is like when you would like write a paper and be like, ooh, can I do like 2.5 space in between the lines? Like, will that get me to 3 pages?
Bonus features, interactive menu. I'm like, no,
Love an interactive menu.
that doesn't count. That does not count.
Love an interactive menu.
I just love an interactive menu.
George Lucas over on Twitch. Thank you, George Lucas. Going back to our villain. Shout out to some video game villains, great ones, old and new. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, Officer Tenpenny from GTA San Andreas, Gladys from Portal, Psycho Mantis, Liquid Snake, the Boss, Ocelot, all from Metal Gear, Pyramid Head from
Great.
Silent Hill 2, Micah Bell from Red Dead. All a little older, though. None
All
of these.
older.
The newest one would be Micah from Red Dead 2, and that was 2018.
Where's our new villains? Where's our new villains at?
Did, like, Baldur's Gate have a good villain?
Eh,
Was the Gate the villain in Baldur's Gate? Does
you know.
Balatro have a good villain?
Does what?
Balatro. I'm trying to name the big games I didn't play, and I don't know if
Balatro.
none of
No.
the games I played really have, like, a big villain.
Balatro's villain was the hubris of man.
The American Dream once again.
It's the American dream once again. Oh.
Pattern Pike with a $5 dono says, if Red Dead Redemption 2 is the new iconic game, is the U.S. government of the late 1800s the new iconic zeitgeist villain? I'm just saying, the American Dream. If you can't spot the villain of a movie, it's probably the American Dream.
It's either the American dream or the hubris of man. Those are the two big villains.
One of the two.
Like, what is? I get. Yeah, Minecraft movie is the big zeitgeist movie now, and you know, like anything iconic from there comes from the game, which is old.
And it didn't even have like isn't the big villain like the Ender Dragon from Minecraft?
I suppose. Yeah, it didn't even.
Or is that just a monster? I guess. I don't. Can a monster be a villain? Is everything all right?
No.
What just happened? Okay, I'm looking at my best games of every year list.
Yeah.
Nothing from last year had a good villain. Not a good villain. They're just not a villain like I'm not thinking of villains in any of these games.
Jesse in the chat says it's insane how many Blu-rays don't have real special features. Like, what happened? This is and I know this is me, old man, shakes fist at cloud. As someone who loves movies and would, you know, like buy the DVD, watch the movie, watch the extended cut of the movie, watch all the featurettes, watch the movie with director's commentary, rewatch the movie with the actor commentary, which was a separate track. Like, I devoured that kind of stuff. Like, not only as an enjoyer of the movie, but as someone who like wanted to get into the process of making movies.
Yeah, it felt like a little class.
Oh, and now it's just gone. The American Dream.
What happened to the game we love? Assistant Goose gifted 10 whole subbies over in YouTube. Thank you so much, Assistant Goose. Gifting subs to Brad, to Leadfoot, to Chris L, to Exalted Platypus, John Alexander. For a second, I thought that said Jason Alexander, and I was going to be like, can we start calling George Costanza friend of the show? A Wild Josh, Pacific Blue, Mitsu, Dragon Gel, Griffin, and Mason Daniel.
Amazing.
Thank you all. Congratulations.
Congratulations. We appreciate all those
We
gift
did it.
subs. That's really fun. Let's heal 10 health. That's nice. Reduce health loss by 1. Up to 2 random dice persist between turns. Let's do this one. And then let's... Yeah, I just don't think we need this. I just don't think we need this. I'm not going to use it. I don't care about it. I'm sorry. I don't have a good build right now. I don't have a good quality synergy at the moment. That's pretty good. Apply weak. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if that helps our synergy out a little bit.
I think it sucks that movies on streaming don't have commentary.
Right?
Just put a commentary track on like a movie on Netflix or whatever, Amazon. Just let me click it and listen to the commentary.
You know,
It's easy.
the upsetting part about it is like obviously that would take up a ton more bandwidth. Audio is very high capacity, and just not enough people care, which is very, very upsetting.
There should be like you pay $1 more and you get commentary.
I would. By the Netflix, any streaming service, I would pay extra to get commentary tracks. 100%.
Yeah, to get almost like the bonus features with things.
Yeah. I 100% would do that.
Look at this is like Mushroom King.
Oh, I like his warbly staff. Look at him. Boing,
Yeah.
Boingy, boingy. The Mushroom King.
Like what that noise was. I didn't like that noise at all.
Disney Plus does sometimes have special features if you buy.
Oh, that's right, Jesse.
Like, I don't have it anymore, but when I had my Apple TV and you would buy like a movie off of iTunes, it would oftentimes have the special features and commentary tracks.
Sure. Yeah.
So they have them sometimes. It's not a common or usual thing, which is very upsetting.
Mm-hmm. We should write a strongly worded letter.
I would love to write a strongly worded
To who? No way to know.
To who? The who?
Fungus Finder said, can't remember, do the Adventurers Nigh Blu-rays have commentary?
The Adventures Night
For those
Blu-rays,
of you...
which are slightly in limbo because, you know, we're gauging how much it's going to cost to produce them versus how much people actually want to buy them. So far, we have recorded a commentary track for every single episode through the first 2 seasons. Every
so many commentary
single episode.
That is so many commentary tracks.
We have it as a scheduled part of our work week. It is so much to coordinate, y'all. That is
insane.
It is so much.
That is so many.
You know, sometimes it's not all of us every time. Sometimes it's just 1 or 2 of us. Occasionally it's just been me. And that's when the real madness happens because it's me talking for like an hour and a half about nothing in particular.
Here's my recipe for chicken cutlets. You gotta pound them real thin.
But assuming we can get them out in some sort of costs manageable way, yes, every single episode will have a commentary track.
Yeah, the reason so much work and sort of time and energy is being put in it is because the people making it do have that love of like physical media, and when things felt like they were worth your time and money.
Yes,
because obviously with Adventures Now, you can just watch the episodes on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
but like we want to be like, hey, if you're gonna dip into this Blu-ray, we want to make it worth your wazoo. Worth your wazoo. That's a phrase, right? That's like a normal phrase people say.
Worth your wazoo is 100% a normal phrase that people say.
Yeah. Pattern Pike with a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Pattern Pike. A small gameplay tip for this one: water and earth are way easier than fire. Is that right? We've been playing hard mode?
Apparently, I just played this as the new character that I unlocked. So far, I mean, I did beat it with water, and I have beaten the game with earth. Fire so far has been significantly more difficult, but I also, like, that's part of just the roguelike nature, where some runs are going to be difficult.
You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I just made that up on the fly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have anything else after it, but that was something. So if you hear that like in any other corners of pop culture, just know that it came from here.
Nice.
Oh, this guy's making such gross noises.
He's making incredibly gross noises.
Yeah. Like I get that he's like a weird, like a flubby mushroom, but his noises are weirder than I thought.
I don't feel like I'm doing. This is a bad spell. I do not like it.
Get out of there. Get that card out of here. Murasaki back with a $2 dono. Thank you so much, Murasaki. Jack has always wanted to kill Grinderbin. Living out your dream.
Maybe. We get in season 4, we get real dang close to killing some of our main characters, as you'll find out in the coming episodes. And every single time I giggle like a child who snuck some cookies out of the cookie jar. And I love it every time because I want.
Gotta make them sweat. Gotta make your players sweat.
Gotta make them sweat.
Was that a tough decision on which of those three?
I just didn't like any of them. I just didn't.
There's no like a re-roll. You can't re-roll. Maybe I got blueprints on the mind. Fucking redraft.
You can re-roll. It costs money, and that money might be better. What is? Oh,
If they say, Jack, scared money don't make money. Think about that.
Scared money don't make money.
Scared money. You're being a little too scared with your money. Scared money don't make money.
That's what I think that's fair.
Put that on my tombstone. Right next to you need to know how to hold them, know how to fold them.
The man who invented the phrase, you got to know how to hold them, got to know how to fold them. You can't, by the way, legally, you can put that on your tombstone.
You could put like a copyright?
You could put like, I'm legally speaking, like Marty Sleva, the man who invented the phrase, you know how to hold them, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them. Who's going to stop us?
Yeah, exactly.
And so, like, it won't benefit you in any way while you are alive, but 200 years from now, like when archaeologists are digging through the rubble of old America, they will come across that tombstone and be like, oh my God, we found it. We found the person who wrote
it was him.
The iconic song.
It was him. It was the poet. But then I'm also going to have on my tombstone a picture of Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes pissing on my grave. They're like, who is this little cherub who pissed on his grave?
The man.
Is that still a thing?
I still see that sticker.
Hell yeah, dog.
The man who invented one of the most beloved country songs ever was also the man who invented one of the most hated images of all of old America.
I'm just saying. If, what's his name? Gary Dauberman, whoever wrote Calvin and Hobbes. I assume it was also Gary Dauberman, the man we've been talking about. Bill Watterson. That was his name, Bill Watterson. If he didn't want me to put Calvin pissing everywhere, then he should have fucking made his own bumper stickers without Calvin pissing. But he's so precious about his little cartoons.
Think about it. Who's the real villain here?
Who's the real? That's it. The only true modern villain we have is... by all accounts, the very sweet artist Bill Watterson.
Take 3 damage. Ugh.
Deebs. With a bit border. Thank you so much, Deebs, over on Twitch. Have either of you heard of Shroom and Gloom, a mushroom-themed roguelike deck builder with a prototype on itch.io? You fight mushrooms, and depending on how you kill them, they can become food cards that heal you. It's great.
That does sound great. Let me open up a tab. Hold on. I have not heard of it.
Shroom and Gloom. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna put the. I'm gonna hit everyone with the link.
Boom.
Twitch. Boom.
I got a tab open. Thank you for the recommendation.
YouTube. Shroom. Boom. Gloom.
Shroom. Boom. Shroom. Flume.
Shroom.
Log
Shroom
flume.
Gloom.
Do we talk about log flumes enough?
The ride?
The general concept of water ride, log flume water rides.
I like them. They seem dangerous, but I like them, and I think the danger is part of the reason I like them.
I like getting into the danger zone.
Danger zone. The log flume to the danger zone. You can put that on your tombstone. He invented the term highway through to the danger zone.
Right? Isn't that fun? Like, who was it? Was it Mel Brooks when he put his hands at the Man's Chinese Theater, wore an extra prosthetic finger?
That's good. That's a good goof.
And so one of his hands has six fingers.
That's a good goof.
And it's the same thing. In hundreds of years, they're going to come across that and be like, the 6-fingered man, one of old Hollywood's famous legends.
You know why he was so funny? He kept all the humor in that 6 finger, in that vestigial finger.
That's where the talent is.
Nick Knoll with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Nick Knoll. Jack, for director commentary, check out Robert Rodriguez's commentary for Desperado. It is fantastic. Would be an amazing pick for movie night. Oh, just saying. I like Robert Rodriguez. I know his book was very much kind of a almost like a crash course on how to make a movie. I think it was called like Film Your Own Damn Movie or something, where it was like he made El Mariachi for like $5,000.
Yes, yeah, a wonderful book on no budget filmmaking. You know, like we talk about low budget filmmaking, but a lot of us started out at no budget filmmaking.
Yeah, Rebel Without a Crew.
Rebel Without a Crew. Yeah, and he
I don't
was
know what
very
make your own
much.
goddamn movies.
He was the kind of creator who was like, look around you right now. What do you have? That's what your movie's about. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, very similar to Kevin Smith with Clerks, where they're just like, we can film in the convenience store that I currently work in. My movie's going to be about a convenience store. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, love it. Love Robert Rodriguez, a friend of the podcast, Robert Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm. Thunderbolts Asterix had the same sort of mentality. They were like, you know what? What if we just go out in the middle of the street and we fight some Thunderbolts fighting? We just film them. You know, we're not even going to tell people of New York that the Void is here and is sending them all into the darkness of his netherworld. And they just filmed it guerrilla style. It was great.
They were shooting the rodeo, if you will.
Yeah. Ooh.
And you will.
And you will. And Blenda, thank you so much for the dono, for the commentary, and for Dokapon. Keep up the great work. Blenda, appreciate you. With those 500 Swedish kroners. Yeah, and as you see, our stream goal for the rest of the month, which we're very close to hitting. I feel confident we're going to hit a double doke, a mega doke.
What is
Dokapon
a
crew.
Dokapon mega stream?
We are going to do a double doke. We keep telling Nick to change it to double doke, and he refuses. I think he doesn't know how to spell the word double. He's too embarrassed to ask, which you
classic.
shouldn't be embarrassed, Nick. You can ask me. I'll tell you how to use the word double.
Is like he has uninstalled all spell checks on all of his devices.
Yeah. It's weird. It's only even numbered things he doesn't know how to spell. He can spell triple, quadruple, nope, quintuple, fine with. So it's weird. No, it's a double doke. Usually we doke for 3 hours. If we hit this, we'll doke for 6. It'll probably be like a Saturday doke.
6 hours of doken?
6 hours of doken.
That is actually insane. That is actually.
And if we double this donation, we'll do doke till you croak, and we're going to play until one of us dies in real life.
I love it. I'm here for it. Ew.
And then George Lucas, thank you so much for the bit border over in Twitch. A Minecraft movie reminded me of Adam Sandler's hit comedy Pixels. Do you have anything to say about that movie? It has Peter Dinklage of Brothers fame in it. First off, I forgot Brothers existed until you said that. We literally talked about it on a podcast a year ago, a couple months ago, whenever that was. Forgot that movie existed.
I also forgot
I thought
that
Pixels
movie
was very bad. Pixels was pretty bad.
Yeah, Pixels was incredibly bad.
Yeah. I think a Minecraft movie was better than Pixels. If only because I thought that scene, like the middle school teacher talking about his financial problems, I thought was pretty funny in Minecraft. I still think about that every once in a while. There was like one version of the script was just insane, and they kept it for that. Like that middle school teacher talking about his financial problems. Like, I want a movie just about this dude.
The middle school teacher who talked about his financial problems, who then also, as it turns out, was the ex-husband of the vice principal. Yeah, they brought it all around.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Here's what I will give Pixels. While Pixels was a bad movie, it was at very least a cohesive narrative.
This is true.
This
is true.
The heroes of Pixels had a very clear character arc. It was dumb. It was bad, but it was better than Minecraft.
Counterpoint, to quote a great man, liquor lobby, little cocky, chicken jockey. That was, I believe, a doo-doo man earlier in the stream.
We didn't make Minecraft.
It made so much money. We're getting another one immediately. Oh.
It made so much damn money.
Another one immediately.
We are so screwed. we are going to lose an art form real soon, y'all.
You know what's funny about this skeleton? The first time you fought him, he seemed very scary. And now he seems kind of sad. Like, he's just lounging. Like, you came to him on his day off and just
You know what?
Bugging him.
It's been a week. I think I'm going to just go to the spa, dip in the mud for a little. Hey! Knock it off.
Speaking of the spa, do you know about the tubs?
The tubs?
River West tubs?
I don't
River
know.
West tubs?
The River West
some friends.
tubs?
So River West, neighborhood in Milwaukee.
I know what River West
has
is.
a secret underground bathhouse
What?
called the River West Tubs that is apparently real, but it is like extremely exclusive, and you need to be invited by a member and attend 3 times in order to possibly become a member. And it's called the River West Tubs. There's no pictures of it. There's no you gotta start asking around. Start floating it. Get your Megalopolis crew.
I know people. I know people in the city.
Find out about the River West Tubs.
I'm making a note.
Could you imagine a few weeks from now if you're living #tub life?
But I can't. If I'm living tub
You
life,
can tell us.
I can't.
That's the problem.
I can't tell you I'm living tub life until someone's like, "Hey, have you heard about this?" And then I can go, "Have I?"
As like you're just gonna start like instead of video calling into meetings, it's just gonna be audio, and we're like, why do we hear bubbles in the background every time Jack? Cacophonous bubbles in the background of Jack's
Tub
audio.
life. I'm sure they must
just
take
working
your
on
phone.
Adventurous Night this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they take your phone.
Yeah.
They should take your phone if they're that exclusive to tub
Sure.
life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. I'm very much
Yeah.
gonna
River
die.
West Tubs.
Go bath in public. I just like it's probably like sauna. Like hang out in a sauna. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I don't know what its deal. I picture like palatial Roman baths. I'm picturing and it goes like an entire block underground, like under a bunch of houses. That's what I'm picturing. In actuality, it's probably like a small, like rumpus room with like a cold plunge, a sauna, and like maybe a jacuzzi.
right, exactly.
Yeah, but the fact that it's secretive makes me want to know.
The fact that it's secretive.
Yeah,
That makes it
sounds
more
fun.
intriguing, more enticing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good about our chances here. I have 5 health in a dream. 5 health in it. Oh, my dice are hexed. No, I'm dying. I'm dying this round. What? Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I definitely think
Yeah,
it's gonna be done.
and dead. All right, we didn't make it that round. That's okay.
Defeat.
The Tub Club.
Tub Club.
Tub Club.
First rule of Tub Club: can't talk about Tub Club.
That's the first problem of Tub Club, because you just want to tell people about your cool tub. Y'all, look at my cool tub. All right, we've had enough fire. I'm gonna go back to grass.
Hazel.
We're going back to grass here. Oh, and they did mess with the starting cards.
Oh,
+1 to front end. Or maybe that was a card that I got randomly. I actually
I like that
don't.
Hazel's got a necklace with dice on it.
Look at that hair. It's great.
Yeah,
Look at that
real
hair.
Tom Bombadil. Bombadil. Tom Bombadil going on.
Very,
what
very
that
Tom
man's name is.
Bombadil, yeah.
Yeah,
Very Bombadilian.
yeah, Bombadilian. I like how that sounded.
If I was going to start a new band, I would want to call ourselves Bombadilian.
Yeah, wasn't that they made a movie about that guy, Timothy Chalamet movie last fall? Did that work?
So a Bob Dylan cover band that plays in like old folk, like Lord of the Rings esque folky music.
Listen, we got that medieval channel. It got 1 million subs.
If they have a Bob Dylan cover, we could call that Bombadilian.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
good.
we're going down to the Yellow Submarine. If you know what I mean. That is a reference only to the fact that anytime I do an impression of the Beatles, it always turns into Bob Dylan. Oh, yeah, because, your Beatles impression always starts out the same, but then I always go too high. I'm Lucy in the sky. Very terrible.
That should be the 5th Beatle movie. Should just be your Bob Dylan movie. Or like 4 of them combined. At the end of the 4 movies, they like Voltron into just the Bob Dylan.
Yes. I love it. Give me more Bob Dylan on the floor.
As you come back next week and you're like, guys, they kicked me out of Tub Club because I kept doing my Dylan impression.
I need to be honest with everyone here. I was in Tub Club. And then I got kicked out of Tub Club because I wouldn't stop doing my Bob Dylan impression. And they hated it even more because I kept calling it tub thumping.
Tub thumping!
But you know what? I get knocked down, but I will get up again.
You know what? You can't be pissing the night away inside that tub. That is not allowed in Tub Club.
We'll be singing. We'll be singing.
Has a movie ever done a sad cover of the? You know how all movies do like sad, slow covers of songs?
Yes.
A sad tub thumping.
Oh.
Thumbus Wumbus.
Get knocked down. Is Tom Waits's tub thumping? I get knocked down, but I get up again. That could work. That could work. I'm trying to think of any other songs. Oh, well, you know, the verse, right? I drink a whiskey drink. I drink
That's actually a perfect
vodka drink. As we see our main character like stumbling drunk.
Yeah.
It's not a problem, Mom.
hitting a real low point. Yeah.
I drink a cider drink. I sing the songs that remind us of the good.
That could be like a really effective. And then all of a sudden you're like, is that fucking Chumbawamba? Is that what that song is?
I think that's exactly why you can't do it, because eventually you get to that point where it's like, was fucking Chumbawamba in this?
Is this just Chumba?
Are we Wumba-ing at the moment?
Did I just weep? Did I just shed a tear to the Wumba?
And here's the thing, you did.
I did, yeah. You know what? Tears come in many forms. Oh, you fucking murked that guy.
Clown, do. You know this one?
Dun, dun, dun. I didn't know the lyrics, but I knew that sound you made.
And
like
then
song?
too much sadder than the tears of a clown, do. When no one's around, do. Take me higher, do.
Somewhere on the East Coast, Jess just pulled out the clarinet. Just going wild on it.
Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Thank you. We don't need no badges.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Gain 2 blessing. Oh, nice. We like that one.
We love a blessing.
We love a blessing. Yeah, we want that one. The blessing.
Oh, a peculiar mouse. Oh, it's got a third eye.
Ew. I can gain a tritter.
Excuse me?
I can gain a shard. Ooh, I want to gain a shard. I would like to shard, please.
I would like to shard.
Just
please, God, let me shard.
Just one shard, please. I just need to shard.
I just need to shard.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Bob Dylan singing that?
Where are we going?
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula.
Do it, baby. Do it, baby.
I want that to be like a trivia round where it's like a shitty Bob Dylan cover of a song, and you need to be like, "Ooh, that's there's Rob Zombie's Dracula."
I dig through the ditches and burn through the witches, slam in the back of my Dracula. My Bob Dylan is getting
Just
worse.
goes wild on a harmonica. That was that your harmonica?
That was my harmonica scat.
That was somehow the first impression today where I was like taken aback. Where I'm like, I don't think
That's
I don't think that should be on screen.
try to do a harmonica noise. It's hard.
In my mind, it's so clear. It's just my lips won't do it. It's hard.
Yeah, a harmonica noise
It's hard.
is hard. Suck it in, suck it in, suck it in. If you're in Tintin and you gamble in. Oh, the hook brings you back. That's a little.
Oh, the hook brings you back.
Suck it in. If you're in Tintin and you're gambling. The Blues Traveler. That's who that is, by the way.
That is. It doesn't matter what I say.
No matter
as long
what
as
I
sing
say.
with inflection.
'Cause the hook brings you back.
What a good song about of him just being like, you guys are fucking idiots. Doesn't matter. You don't even know what the fuck you like. He was like, the way I sing, you don't give a shit about these lyrics because you're a bunch of dummies.
You guys are a bunch of dummies. Scatmouth, yep. Maybe does that help? Does that help?
I think that was actually nice. I heard it. Good warbling.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, what's happening? I blacked out for.
Okay, a lot of oxygen did not go to my brain. What are we doing? George Lucas with a bit border. Thank you so much, George Lucas. Listen, I have some suggestions for Phoenix movie gatherings.
Okay.
Encino Man, Harry and the Hendersons, and Spawn.
You know,
Please share your review of each movie. Well, Spawn, first off, friend of the show, John Leguizamo, as
Johnny Legs,
Large the Clown.
Johnny Legs as Pissweevil the Clown.
Pissweevil the Clown. Harry and the Hendersons,
Beautiful.
obviously that's a John Lithgow classic.
Yeah.
Emotional moment where he has to yell at Harry and the Henderson, or Harry is just the thing. The Hendersons are his family. He has to yell at Harry to scram because he doesn't love him anymore.
Right.
He does love him. He has to hurt him
Yeah,
in order to keep him safe.
that's true. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, and then Encino Man was Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser as Caveman in
As Caveman.
early 90s SoCal.
I am and friend of the show,
Pauly Shore?
Samwise Gamgee.
Don Aston, that's right.
Samwise Gamgee in Encino Man.
Yeah.
A movie. Growing up, I have an older sister. My older sister was unhealthily obsessed with Pauly Shore. She was like to the point in which, like, looking back, I was like, oh yeah, that was disturbing how much she was into Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
So
Like, what is the modern equivalent? Who's the modern Pauly Shore?
It would be like being unhealthily into Pete Davidson,
I guess, yeah.
right?
That's pretty spot on.
Which
yeah.
works for some people, apparently.
Oh, yeah, there's a entire generation who loves Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
So.
But so we watched a lot of Encino Man. I would be more curious to rewatch Biodome.
Ooh, yeah, that might be like a prescient
Yes.
story. Yeah.
I watched Biodome easily 50 times. Again, because we had a very limited pool of Pauly Shore movies in which the entire family could agree on.
Yeah.
So I watched Biodome a ton, and it's been maybe 20, 30 years since I've seen it. I would be very, very interested in watching it. Harry and the Hendersons, classic. What was the other one?
Spawn.
Spawn is awkward years of comic book movies. Obviously, some real dodgy CG in that final sequence.
Sure, yeah, his whole cape and everything, yeah.
Right, and then like when they actually go to hell, and then the Vindicator or the Violator.
Is that the name of the clown?
The name of the clown is either the Vindicator or the Violator.
Yeah.
Chat? Jesse
Violator.
is saying Violator. Seeing like the Violator and seeing like the devil. But I remember most of it actually being relatively good.
Yeah.
Michael
Jai White, I believe, as Spawn.
Right. That's right. A rare, comic book movie with a lead actor of color. Like I don't think
especially in the 90s.
It gets as much love as it deserves. I do think that it's not the greatest movie, but we could give a little more love.
Yeah.
There we go. What are we doing? Did that? Oh,
We're fighting this chunkster, this big old chunky pile of rocks.
Okay, we did.
Oh, he's dead.
We did it.
He knocked over the chunky pile of rocks.
Michael Jai White, who also, and I believe is he? No, he was not the criminal who died to the Joker in Batman Dark Knight. He was like one of the gang leaders.
This guy who like slams the table. He's like, enough of the clown.
Yeah, he was the only reasonable gangster to be like, I don't want to work with this motherfucker.
Like, listen, we're all murderers. We're all bad people. That dude's a little crazy.
I am going to be the practical gangster and say, let's not work with the psychopath. Apparently not. Yeah, great. I know I have one unspent shard. Start encounter anyway. I'm waiting for a good card to spend my shard on. Spend your shard on the card. Violator. Biodome rewatch. I probably cannot talk anyone at RLM to watch Biodome with me, though I would love to. Those are the types of movies that I grew up watching. I grew up watching every movie, though, because I love movies.
There you go.
What are we doing? Does that get us what we want? Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. That's good enough. And that gains... triggers when recharging. That gains 2... Spell to 0. Oh, I get it. Okay. I get it. So then we do this... and then we gain a blessing, and now we can do more damage with this, but I need 5. Okay. The blessing. Great. Learning. There's some new mechanics with the 1.0 release. There's some new cards. There's some new... Oh, blessing!
Blessings.
Great. We're doing great. We are doing great, y'all. And then we can go 5, and we can go 6, and then we go here again. And then we get more blessings, which mean our dice do better.
Blessings up the wazoo.
Yeah. And for our monthly Phoenix tier movie night, as a reminder to anyone who is considering joining our lovely and very helpful Patreon, every month we do a Phoenix tier movie night for our Phoenix tier patrons, in which we all watch a movie together and goof and spoof over it. We are now doing random picks from random staff members. Last month, Jesse Schwab picked a movie. Wonderful, wonderful, bizarre old kung fu flick. Really great. Jesse chooses the next person without letting the rest of us know. That mystery person then picks a mystery film. None of us, except for that person, know what it is before we watch it. And you know what? So far, we've watched The Truth About Cats and Dogs, we've watched Donnie Darko, and we've watched The Master of the Flying Guillotine.
Yeah.
You can't. It was beautiful, beautiful picks.
It was also when we started Master of the Flying Guillotine, no one would admit to who picked the movie, and Jess said, "All right, Marty, it's time for you to admit it." And I started thinking I did pick the movie. Like, Jess gaslit me so hard.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe this was my movie. Like, I don't know. It could be.
Amazing. Amazing. Do I want to damage myself? I do. I do want to damage myself. Then I can do more damage to you. There we go. Nice. We did it. We did it. We're doing it. This isn't a great but we're doing it. I love that terrible movie. The one-armed boxer versus the Flying Guillotine Master, which is the original title. It's titled something different for U.S. audiences. Was a super fun time to watch. Mm-hmm. Just a super fun time to watch. I was very excited for that one. There we go. Okay, we did it. When does Guillotine go up on Patreon? And then Eric takes all of our audio and uploads the audio. We can't upload the movie because that would be illegal, but we do upload our goof and spoof audio. So
our audio and our cameras, so you can
Yes.
see, and it's like a big old stream, but then it's up to you to find the movie. And usually the movies are streaming, or this one just might be on YouTube.
By the way, I think this one is just available to watch on YouTube, so then you
can just YubTub it.
So
you
then
can just
YubTub
YubTub it.
while you click play on our video and do the watch along later.
And a great question, when is it going to be on Patreon, is I was immediately going to say, well, we got to ask Eric, but no, Eric messaged me several days ago saying the draft is ready to go. You just need to publish it. So it is going to be up. I will put it up 5 minutes after this stream because I'll just add a thumbnail to it. So there you go.
There you go.
We'll call this the Nick Knoll Memorial Movie Posting.
Thank you, Nick. No,
Memorial makes it sound like you died, but I don't think you died. I think you're alive.
We don't think, but we don't know.
What if that was Nick Knoll's final, like in his final will and testament? It was like, I want to make this one request, and then rest in piss. The piss being Calvin, pissing on the grave. Classic Calvin.
Is that what that's supposed to represent? Rest in piss?
I don't know. Do you think Calvin pissed on Henry Kissinger's grave?
God, I hope so.
Full circle.
Full circle. What a monster. What an absolute monster. Do it. Have I talked about on stream yet the cheese caves? I think I have.
The cheese caves.
I think I talked about this. Oh, you know what? I talked about this during one of our let's bullshit and to have creative time meetings.
Oh, gotcha.
There are in Missouri. There are cheese caves because so the way I got here is that Simpsons joke of they wanted to buy a statue for Marge, but they could only find one of Jimmy Carter, so they put Marge's hair on Jimmy Carter, and someone goes, "He's history's greatest monster." A big old blunder of the Carter administration was attempting to prop up floundering dairy farmers. And so they said, hey, we will subsidize a whole bunch of your output if no one buys it because of inflationary prices going nuts. The U.S. government will buy your dairy products. Now, that's a great thing to say, but they weren't too good with the fine print of that contract. So what dairy farmers did was massively overproduce to get giant paychecks.
Gosh, is that where the term government cheese came from?
So during the Reagan administration, they had so much cheese and didn't know what to do with it that this is where government cheese came from. So they wanted to give out cheese to people who were on food stamps. The problem was they didn't have a good way to store that cheese. So a lot of this cheese that they gave out to poor and hungry people was rotten.
Incredible.
But the story gets even better, Marty. And yes, I'm taking up the last few minutes of the stream to tell you about the cheese caves.
It's a story time.
So now we still to this day have massive stockpiles of cheese because guess what? This program is still happening. Almost 40% of dairy farmers' income comes from government subsidies. We are still buying way more dairy from them than the American people want. It is insane. And I say that as someone who is from the dairy state. It is absolutely, absolutely insane. We hear stories about this all the time about like dairy producers literally like producing milk, scanning it, and then dumping it down the drain just to get the government checks. Perfectly legal. So during the Clinton administration, so now like we have government cheese, we start storing it in underground caves to help preserve it. During the Clinton administration, they actually throw this at advertising agencies. Got milk? This is literally to help sell the idea of drinking milk.
That was a psyop.
It gets even better because the concept of stuffed crust pizza comes from the American government literally giving cheese to fast food pizza chains saying, "Dear God, use this cheese.
Please use this for something." Yeah.
And so companies like Domino's and Pizza Hut and most pizza chains get a majority of their cheese products from the government for almost $0, which, by the way,
you gotta find somewhere to put it. It's just not enough. You gotta find another place to put it. What about put it in the crust?
Things like the cheesy gordita crunch of Taco Bell literally just came from like, oh yeah, we will make a product to use more cheese in if we can get cheap government cheese. It's one of the most beautiful stories I have read recently.
This is incredible.
And it's the insane part is it is still happening today. Americans, the world in general is eating and drinking less dairy than ever before because guess what? It's not the healthiest stuff in the world.
It's not great. It's not great. Yeah, and a lot of people are getting the turts from it, and that's not good.
It's not the healthiest stuff in the world, and nobody wants it, and they keep producing it to get those government checks. These are the same people in deep, deep red parts of Wisconsin, by the way, that will rail against government subsidy programs.
Yeah.
Just
you know what? I'm gonna start doing my part. I'm just gonna eat a bunch of cheese after this. I'm gonna publish the Nick Knoll Memorial Master of the Flying Guillotine movie on Patreon, and I'm just gonna eat a bunch of cheese until I pass out.
Anyway, now you know about the massive cheese caves of Missouri. Maybe we can go visit them. That would be great. But it's an interesting, fascinating story about the wasteful, greedy nature of human beings.
This is incredible. Look at us. Look at it. You thought you weren't going to learn anything. You thought you were just going to hear Bob Dylan singing Hook, Blues Traveler's Hook.
Hook brings you back. Sir George Lucas. Okay, real quick. Milwaukee is known as the Cream City.
Cream City.
Milwaukee is
bricks,
known as
right?
What?
Is it the bricks?
That's right. We are not known as the Cream City because of our dairy. It is because the clay that we mine in Wisconsin has a distinctive creamy color to it. So most of our older downtown buildings have creamy bricks. That's why we are the Cream City.
Yeah, and you can lick them and they taste good too. So if you're in Milwaukee and you find an old building, give it a big lick.
You can lick them all
That's how you get invited to Tub Club, to the River West Tub Club, by licking the right building.
Anyway,
I said that and I was immediately grossed out by it.
Talk to your local representative about ending dairy subsidizations. And thanks for tuning in to SpellRogue, out now in its 1.0 release. Thank you, SpellRogue, for sponsoring this stream. This is exactly my kind of game, and I'm glad I got to play it more. So that is wonderful. Hold on, let's see if we can get to like a title screen. Return to menu. There we go. Nice title screen. Abandon. I'm so sorry. Oh, there. Now all of you are there. So yes, thank you, SpellRogue. We appreciate that. Go check this out if you are interested in these types of roguelike games. Today's Thursday, so that means later today.
Yep. We have Firelink, 7 p.m. Central, so 5 hours from now. We'll be back chatting about the big old RPG week between Oblivion's Shadow Drop and the JRPG. JRPG of Claire Obscure, so we'll be chatting about that, so tune in for that. And then tomorrow, DevHeads.
DevHeads.
Normal time. Tune into that.
In just a little bit, I want to say in an hour and a half over on Twitch only, Jesse is doing RPG Help Desk. So if you are a TTRPG enjoyer, make sure you check that out. And Saturday is a new episode of Adventurers Nigh. For those of you who watched last episode, you know that we split the party and split the players. So we followed Mortimer and Grinderbin on a little adventure. Now you get to see what happens with Dabarella and Sigmar. And let me tell you, this was the most painful one to cut because I wanted to keep all of the 2 hours and 45 minutes that there was of the episode. And I had to
2
cut it
hours
down.
and 45 minutes? That was the original cut?
We shot it, just the three of us shot it for 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was so, but you know, and I cut it down to, I want to say like hour 15, hour 20.
Yeah.
Every cut was a pain, but you will enjoy this episode. I promise you. That is Saturday. Sunday is edited Yahtzee Tries.
Sunday's edited Yahtzee Tries. Yeah, tomorrow a new Unpacked from Nick and Eric.
That's right.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah, and then we should have some cool new videos that we were alluding to. Some Patreon exclusive group videos, and then some things like a fun Jack video should be in the near future. So keep your eyes on that.
Yes, we are the amount of stuff that we have literally ready to go that we are just holding on to and slowly drip releasing is I've never been more excited.
Oh my god.
Stuff from new voices, videos from new voices, videos from slightly tangential voices. Very, very good stuff.
Yeah.
And if you like this, subscribe to the channel. Go check out our Patreon. You don't even need to give us money. You can just like subscribe to us over there to see all the stuff you're missing out on in hopes of convincing you to give us money. So
yeah, we're just going to shame you. It'll be great.
We're going to shame you all night long. Mm-hmm. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of the day.
Here's Willow and Val.